Well, Ollie, 563 days after your last England appearance, another appearance and another goal. How good was it to be back?
Yeah, it's always an honour putting on the shirt. You know, it's been a long time coming. I've been waiting a long time for the next call up in the camp, and itching here tonight. So I was looking forward to it, and I wasn't going to let this opportunity slip. So I'm glad I got my goal, and it's helped the team to win.
Yeah, let's talk about the goal, because Dion Dublin described it in commentary as perfect centre-forward positioning. I'm not sure Jack Grealish agrees. Talk us through it from your point of view.
I think Jack's gone to shoot and he's dragged it. I don't know if it's going in. My first thought was it was, but I took it off him. Look, like I said, when you get the opportunity, you've got to grab it with both hands. So, yeah, I had to take it off him, even if it was going in.
What did you say to him? Because I saw you go over and celebrate with him.
I did say I didn't know if it was going in. Not sorry, but yeah, I was kind of just looking at him saying I'm not sure if it was going in, but yeah.
You did have two good chances in the first half, and particularly when that one hit the post. Did you ever feel like maybe it wasn't going to be your night?
No, I think I knew I wasn't going to come off this pitch without a goal tonight. That's what I had in my mind. The first chance, I think it's just gone under my foot. Maddison ran the front post and it's just gone under my foot. But the second opportunity, I think I've done everything right. I've just maybe obviously hit it too well, I haven't hit it right, but it's come off the post and it was unlucky. But I knew I'd get another chance. You know, I'm playing with top players, and yeah, I just had to keep arriving, and I knew I'd get a chance. I got a goal in the end.
You've been in such good form with Aston Villa. Unai Emery looks like he's completely transformed you. The way you're talking to me now, it sounds like your mentality has really changed from maybe the last time you were in these England squads.
Yeah, I think before there was a few times I got called up and I didn't really think I deserved it. I thought I was here on merit, whereas now I'm coming into the camp, you know, confident in myself, knowing that I deserve to be here off the run of some good form. So yeah, I wasn't nervous. I just tried to enjoy playing in front of all these fans, even if it was a friendly. You know, I want to win every game I play in and want to score, and I've done that. So yeah, it's a good night.
There's always so much talk. Who's going to be the other forward alongside Harry Kane in this squad? Do you feel like you've staked your claim tonight?
Look, there's so many good forwards around scoring goals. And it's just about taking your opportunity whenever you get it on the pitch and you can't do any more. Whatever forward plays, you know, if there's some injured and you go in the squad, then you've got to try and perform the best you can. So, yeah, look, I'm delighted to get the opportunity tonight, and yeah, I'm happy about it.
And as for England overall, is the overriding emotion relief? Because Australia gave you a good game out there.
Yeah, it was a tough game. Obviously, a lot of us haven't played together before. We played different styles at our club level, but you know, we grinded it out. I think if I score early, then you know, it's a different game. But we got the goal and we saw it out. There's obviously a lot to work on, but yeah, it's nice.
Loved his confidence in that interview when he's like, I wasn't coming off that pitch without a goal. And yeah, I think he played well. He created a few chances, and I'm sure you wouldn't have been apologising if you took that goal as a striker.
Well, I actually don't know why he's complaining. The actual shot was going off target, and he's done the right thing as a striker, covering that back post. So you got credit to him.
Has he made more of a claim to be back up to Harry Kane tonight, more so than players we've seen in the past, like Callum Wilson, Ivan Toney, etc.?
He's done himself no harm, has he? I mean, like I said, one thing I said, he looked comfortable, and he looked like he was running the channels. He was in the right positions at the right time, and it was very difficult because it was disjointed at times, and it's understandable because Australia are a good side. You have to remember they lost in the World Cup last 16 to the eventual winners. You know, so they come in here, they was at it, they played very well. We mixed the team up massively. So for a striker, you know, you're looking for them combinations. You're moving left and right. He done that. He kept getting himself in the right position, and he got his rewards. And like I said, he's put himself, him, Callum Wilson, Ivan Toney. You know, Harry Kane's the number one. We know that. But them three will be jostling out. Maybe Gareth will take two of them. You know, because of, you know. But it's a long time to go, Jules. There's a long of the season to play. Ivan Toney's got to come back. Callum Wilson's got the Champions League. He could do something extraordinary there. But we've got such competition for places, so many good players.
Well, Levi, firstly, congratulations on your England debut. Perhaps most importantly, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. To get the win especially, I'm just blessed to be given this opportunity by Gareth and also the other coaching staff. and hopefully I can build on from here and get more in the future.
Gareth Southgate told me pre-match he was really excited at the prospects that you have for now and for the future for England. Tell us what it's been like in training this week.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Always coming here as an honour, and being able to train with these players has been amazing. And now, especially to be able to play with these players, it's something you can't take for granted, and I'm just over the moon.
As for the game itself, Australia, particularly in the first half, were very front-footed. As a defender, did it give you kind of an opportunity to show what you could do?
Yeah, definitely. When teams come to press, there's always opportunities to find gaps. I think first half was a lot tougher. It's coming at us tough, and then we might have got stuck a few times, but we done well to get out the other times, and just build on from it. Look back at the clips and improve.
Well, Lewis, congratulations, you got the win, but was that a slightly tougher night than expected?
Yeah, we know it's going to be tough. We obviously watched the footage, they pressed well, they were hard to break down, and that's what they were tonight. But in the end, we got the win, and that's the most important in football. So, yeah, it was a tough game, but we got through it.
Particularly in that first half, yourself and your fellow defenders and Sam Johnston were called into action a lot, weren't you?
Yeah, we were called into action, and yeah, they pressed well, and they counted off it, and they created some good chances. Sam made a great save, and I cleared one off the line. So that's what we're there for. We're there to keep the ball out the back of the net, and then yeah, there was lots to improve on, but as a team, but we got the win.
We know that you're a defender that loves defending. Dion Dublin said in commentary at one point he could almost feel the smile on your face, particularly in that first half. But talk us through that block, because it was big just before half time.
Yeah, it feels nice, especially when I've been struggling with clean sheets at my football club day in day out. So yeah, it was nice to get one. It's always nice to get a clean sheet and make a clearance like that on the line. That's what I'm paid to do, and that's what I'm here for. Second
consecutive start for you. There was lots of rave reviews for you after the performance against Scotland. How do you feel like you've done tonight and in that game?
Yeah, I feel I've done myself credit again. Obviously, there are bits I could do better. Like, I'll look back at that and review the game, and yeah, I'm sure I can improve on what I did tonight. But it's nice to get another cap under my belt and keep gaining experience in international football.
Now, Gareth, thank you so much for coming out to talk to us. On a night where you made a lot of changes to your team, what pleased you most about the win?
Well, as you say, we made a lot of changes, and that made it really difficult for the players. It's tough playing international football when you've not got a large number of caps behind you, and it's even harder when you put a lot of players together that haven't played together. So, we weren't cohesive. There were difficult moments for the team. So I gave them a really tough challenge, and Australia were very good. They were athletic, as we knew they would be. They were well organised. I am pleased with the win, because to put the players in that position and for them to have to defend set plays at the end where we were also short on height, they've had to show different qualities, and we've given 2 debuts, which is very special for them. Very pleased with Ollie Watkins. I thought his all-round game was good, and for him to get a goal is of course what every striker wants. So there were some positives. We know we can be better, but as I say, it was tough for the players.
Because it was, as you say, a bit disjointed out there, does that make it harder for you as the manager to learn how you can fit individual players into maybe what you'd call your regular setup?
No, because I think you see individual qualities, individual conditioning, techniques, so you still learn about the players. I think we saw a lot of things we knew anyway, and but you need to see players on this stage and give them that opportunity.
Gareth, can I ask you about Trent's position? In the first half, he was playing in that sort of half position. He was rotating into midfield, and obviously with Connor in there, Jordan and James, it looked a bit congested. And then when Trips come on at right back, he looked a lot more comfortable. Would you agree with that? Or?
Yep, I think that we wanted Trent to be able to play the role he's playing for his club, and we weren't able to connect through that midfield. Australia were very compact, and at times, actually, as the half went on, he realised the space was to the side of the block rather than going into midfield. So, but also we were too narrow as a back three when we were building as well, so we didn't stretch Australia with that either. In actual fact, the most joy we had was just getting the ball into our wingers' feet and then the runs in behind from there. And at times we turned that down. We tried to overcomplicate it, really.
Gareth, the strength and depth of this squad, is it a manager's headache when you're deciding on that starting 11, or do you just think it's a fantastic place to be in?
Yeah, no, look, I think in some positions we've got a huge depth, and in others we haven't. Yeah. So we've constantly got to keep looking. We've got an under-21 team who are doing really well, and some players that came through the finals last summer who can't go again for them, that we need to keep tracking. Some of the lads that played last night who are looking very good. So we need that competition for places, and of course there are some senior players that are out injured, and a couple that can still come back into that as well.
In terms of qualifying, England obviously on the verge now, and a huge game to come on Tuesday, but it's been such a good 2023. And when you look at the options, like Jill says, of players that you can put out there in maybe your first choice starting 11, would you say that overall this is the best England squad you've managed right now?
I think since we've been in charge, yes. You know, the young players that have come in have now got a lot of experience as well. 25, 30 caps. I think Declan Rice has got about 40 caps now. So you can't fast track that. You can't fast track the experience of playing in tournament knockout matches. And, you know, we've got some powerful players. And I think we weren't quite as powerful tonight. We knew that was a different profile of team tonight with some good technical players. But power at the highest level is really important as well.
We've got a golden ticket to an amazing five-a-side match behind us.
I've got me head on a
Joe, you've not been concentrating, have you?
Gareth, can I ask you something? Because assuming we go to Germany, which we do, I'm thinking this is the first time the England team is being backed by other countries, other nations. And are you addressing that with the lads, or how do you deal with their expectations?
We've got to embrace it. You know, I think 4 or 5 years ago we weren't quite at that level, and we got to the semi-final in Russia and then the final here. Now the belief is there. There's no more experiences that they need to go through either with us or with their clubs. We've got Champions League winners, we've got league title winners. The team, when we're at full strength, play with that belief, and we've got to embrace that. You know, we're playing for England. I said to the boys about the boys playing tonight, there's pressure because you maybe only get one chance, but that is our world. You know, that is the world that all of our first choice regulars live in week, out. You've got to deliver, and we can try and relieve pressure, which we did for a couple of years because the shirt was very heavy, but now we've got to go with it, and the expectations are high, and we have to go with that.
Gareth, we are really looking forward to Tuesday night. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck on Tuesday. And we can see James Maddison is joining us now. James Maddison, how was it out there for you tonight?
It was all right, yeah. It was Australia, a really good team, actually. And to be fair, we didn't underestimate them. Like Gareth said in the build-up, and Steve, we can't underestimate them because they're a very good team. They showed that in Qatar and stuff. And it was tough. They were hard-working, honest, really good team spirit, I felt. You can feel it sometimes from the opposition, and they made it difficult for us. But you've still got to come through and win the game, even if it's not pretty sometimes, and we managed to do that.
Yeah, Maddie, you got this team now. We've been watching them for 3 years, covering them. And when you play well, you win. When you don't up to your standards, you still manage to win. What is in the group? You just manage to win games consistently against, like you said, against a very good Australian team.
Yeah, that's the key. I think that togetherness and the mentality, you know, and the switch. When you start winning games and you get that hunger to just find a way to win.
Yeah.
And you've heard players that have been in England squads in the past talk about maybe they'd lose that game, you know. And I think it's important to keep that mentality that when you're not at your best, you don't lose. You keep that winning mentality because it's infectious, you know. And you know, even when you're not at your best and you're not creating chances free flowing, because you can't always have them games. You come up against teams like Australia today, and they're so well drilled and so hard working that the chances might be a little bit limited, you know. And especially in a friendly, the atmosphere is probably not as high as it would be for a qualifier, all that stuff. But you still manage to win the game, so it's important to keep that going.
James, we're seeing you in a little bit of a different role the last few games for England, playing on that left wing. How did it feel playing in the 10? It looked like you had a lot of freedom. Did Gareth say just go out there and solve the problems when you can?
Yeah, he said, I think he thinks that's probably where I operate best.
Yeah.
But to be fair, even when I play on the left, like, I still have the freedom to come and play in central areas. It was nice to be in there, yeah. Like I said, the actual midfield players of Australia were really hard working and really stuck to their task and made it difficult to find the spaces. But that's what's going to happen when we're England and we win a lot of matches. And teams that come to Wembley and that's motivation for them, you know. Even in a friendly, like, you could tell they were very highly motivated today. Their fans were brilliant, to be fair to them. So the spaces were hard to come by, but it's just about moments in the game, and we managed to have one more big moment than them, and Ollie stuck it away, and yeah, we take the win.
James, the starting 11, right, for England, how, you haven't played a lot together, right? How difficult is that to obviously come to Wembley, get together, try to make an impression? I mean, does that really get to you, or do you just go, you know what, we're top players, we can handle this?
Yeah, it's a bit of both, I think. It can be tough. Like, you know, like if you look at the amount of caps between the whole squad today, it's probably the least amount that an England team's had in a few years, to be fair. A lot of new players, we had like Levi made his debut, Eddie made his debut, me, Ollie and Jared haven't played for 50 times for England, like people like Hendo and the more experienced lads. So it can be difficult to all gel. The rhythm sometimes isn't always there, because playing for England's brilliant, and especially the lads who are making their debuts, it's a feeling you want to get it over with. You want to like prove to everyone that you're good enough to be on that stage, and lads probably would have had nerves tonight a little bit, but it can be a little bit disjointed. But that just goes back to what I said before. When you do have them games, it's important that you win, because you will. And Gareth would have wanted to look at players tonight, and I thought the lads that went out there did themselves and their families proud. Yeah.
James, Joe has been raving about the start to the season that you've had at Tottenham. You were great again for England tonight, but I think you might need a few water bottle lessons. Is that fair to say? Have a look at this.
Captured.
You got caught on camera.
No, but I'm doing that on purpose.
Are you?
I was spraying some, just off shot. You can see the sports science coach.
Let's look ahead to Tuesday then, James. It's a massive game, a Euros qualifier for England, back here against Italy.
Yeah.
You've obviously played in a slightly different position tonight, but Gareth Southgate has used you once again in this England team.
Yeah.
Where would you like to play if you are going to start on Tuesday?
Anywhere he wants me to, honestly. Just playing for England, I always say at every interview, playing for England's the pinnacle, and never ever want to take that for granted. So if you get given that opportunity to go and wear the shirt, you just take it with both hands. So if that's off the left, central, off the right, I honestly don't mind. It'll be a great occasion. Tuesday we can secure qualification with a good result, I think. So and that's the aim, and that's the focus, yeah.